Howdy everybody, welcome back to our loops part 2, the electric boogaloo. So let's get cracking. So let's say I wanted to have multiple copies of this string value displayed on the screen. How would I do that without having to add in 16 manually every single time? Well, I'd probably use a for loop. So let's try making one. So I'm going to declare a variable underscore space. Give it a value of 16, and let's create a for var I equals 0. A for loop has three different parts. First, you declare a counter variable, then you give it a condition while I is less than 2. Then last but not least, you increment I plus plus. So we're going to want to surround this in some parentheses here. So we want to draw you specifically. In fact, we don't even need you there. We could just put you back out there as well. We want to draw this multiple times across the screen. So we would get 32 plus I times underscore space. So this would cause us to draw with 0 spacing. So let's actually put you as 1 because we don't want to have a 0 spacing event. We want to have you 1, 2, 3. So let's give this a try. So as you can see, we are now drawing our number variable twice across the screen. And of course, we can just increase this to as many times as we want to be drawing it across the screen. Now, why would we want to do this? Well, let's say you have a whole bunch of hearts and you want to draw your health value across the screen. Then you would use a for loop to draw a whole bunch of hearts across the screen, and as you lose health, then you would reduce the amount of hearts that are being drawn across the screen. And there are other ways that you could do this as well. There's another way you can do this as well, which would be called a repeat. And a repeat works pretty much like a for, except it's slightly faster because you aren't declaring all these different things. You're just doing a var I equals 0 and then repeat. Or, well, you don't even need to declare that. You just say like repeat 3 times. And, well, actually, we would need the var I equals 0, and while I equals 0, we would draw this text here. Let's get rid of you. And I plus plus. So it's slightly faster to use the repeat function than the for function if you can get away with it. So there we go. And I was equal to 0, so we want y plus I equals 1. And again, you would say repeat as many times as I have hearts, and then it would repeat your hearts across the screen or however you want to do it. So let's get rid of all this stuff here and bring you back to normal. Plus 16. Alright, and that should do for fors and repeats. And they're very powerful, and like all loops, very subject to accidentally getting stuck in infinite loops where your game seems to freeze for no reason, and that would be because you accidentally got yourself into a endless loop. So be careful with your looping, and good luck with your programming.